Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the live show. It is Sunday night. I hope everybody had a great weekend. We just did our ETF 500 show. Hope you checked that out. Enjoyed that. I did discuss exactly how meme coins work. So if you're interested, go ahead and check it out. The ETF 500 show right there. And it is looking pretty good. All information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only, not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. How is everybody? I hope everybody enjoyed the weekend, got some football. That Super Bowl rematch there, the Eagles and Chiefs, wasn't bad. The Eagles did beat the Chiefs. Chiefs are 0-2. Eagles are 2-0 there. And that's about as much as I know in the NFL right now because I just saw it. And here we go. Switch on over. That's what the heat map looked like. And Microsoft and Apple were up, in NVIDIA, Google, and Meta were just hanging out. Google was hanging out. Tesla was way up, almost at 400. And it had been looking good there. So here we go, guys. And this is what Tesla is looking like. Boom, just popping up, looking really nice there. So let's cruise through our list, see what we're going to have for tomorrow. What we can see is going to get set up for this week. We're going to have our rate cuts as well right here. And you can see, I don't think they're jumping off that cliff just yet. This looks like it's going to continue to just kind of stair step up. And that looks like it's going to kind of stay right down there. And that would be a 0.25 BPS decrease right there. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. This thing did shoot up the other day. It was like 20% there, but it did pull back. So it looks like the 0.25, and we already knew a rate cut was coming and probably assumed that. I don't even think we want a 0.50. I think it might make crypto go nutty though. That would be sure for sure. But anyway, crypto's getting set up. Tesla was one of your biggest gains on Friday. There you go, Robin. I love it. There you are. That's a good thing to hear. And here we go. I hope Robin and everybody had a great weekend. I don't know if Robin, if you're a football fan, but NFL is in full swing. I know a lot of people enjoying that. That's for sure. And here we go. We'll be enjoying the market this week. This Riot will probably be enjoying because this thing looks pretty good, guys. So keep your eyes on RAYA right there. You know, we've been watching it for a while, and they did have some kind of reverse split news. I don't even remember. Delisting. Something was going on, guys. That's all I know. And, you know, I don't follow the news that much, but what was it announced? The receipt of NASDAQ delisting notice. So, you know, they're going to try to push that back, or whatever the word is I'm looking for. But anyway, you know, Riot's going to appeal it. That's the word. I figured if I said it 5 times, it might come to me. But they may appeal that bad boy, and then obviously they may get the exception, and then it will be popping after that. Something's going on. Futures are flat as a pancake, Luis Rodriguez said. So that's another interesting look. And crypto is down as well after running up. It does have some pullback. In fact, let's just go through it real quick while we're just talking about it. We'll just run through crypto right at the beginning of the show and do things a little different on this Sunday. But did run up. You're getting that pullback. But look at that 20 coming up to the 50. You guys already know this is just making some room on the charts right there. Ethereum ran up. You still have it. It's all going to be curling up right there. It looks good. Solana gotten to the top and said, I better not run up too much more that fast because it might be a big dip. So I had talked about this, and these things, they can only run a certain way. And obviously Solana is a big one. My biggest position, guys, you guys know that. I told you when it was every single price action on the dips and everything. So this is going to be a good runner, I think, in this bull run, and it will have a little bit of pullback right here, but it was just pushing up to like 250. I don't think it got there. It got to 249.72. And Ripple right here just getting set up, and again spiked up there, a little bit of pullback and getting set up. So that's what we're looking at the moment. And Doge even ran up there, spiked up, a little pullback. We'll see if it stays in the top. It could. It could also fall down for a day or so, and Cardano's pulling back a little bit. They all have that same similar look. Even Stellar XLM. Here's your chain link right here, LINK. And of course, OP is Optimism right there. So there you go with a little crypto report. And I just did a show about ETF 500, and the chart is just kind of sitting right there. We got it in a pretty good spot right now, even with crypto pulling back at the moment. So I can't really say that it's bad considering over the weekend it did spike up pretty well. It got caught up on, picked up on the scanners and stuff, and the algorithm was looking good because we've been doing our job, I guess. And the thing started blasting off there. It might have ran up too fast, too quick, as a matter of fact, but it's still in good shape right here, and it should continue its way up, curl right up there, and look good. And like I said, we get that thing moving, guys. It's going to be a good payday for a lot of people. I know that. So let's get cruising and see what's going on. That glucose track was running up the other day, and I know we had looked at that the last week, and it was starting to curl up there, and that was a big runner on Friday. GCTK right there. And let's look ORIS right here, Oriental Rise Holding, and this was starting to rise, and another one that I've been mentioning there. And I did have this on the night note for you guys, and there you go. It could get moving up into this channel right here. Not looking bad to try to do it. So keep your eyes on ORIS, Oriental May Rise, the holdings right there. So EPIX is another one setting up for this week, guys. If I can type it in, you guys will see it's a big old fish hook. And there you go. Look at that bad boy setting up right there. I do like them. That bottomed out. EPIX looking pretty good, I must say. So the first three right there, you might want to keep your eye on because they're all looking pretty good, I must say. And open right here, Open Door was dipping down. And obviously, we have to look at this tomorrow, see exactly where it wants to go. It is a little bit of pullback. It started to run up there, obviously, with a little, they were talking about crypto back in mortgages, something. I don't even know. Anyway, doesn't even matter because none of the news matters to us regardless, because we see things before they even happen, before the news happens, and we're usually selling it because it already popped up and then you're seeing news and stuff. So we're usually always early to the party here. And Open Door, I would say we were open to early to the party. I think I opened the door to everybody on this at 50-cent area back down here, guys, and I had mentioned it for a while there on the small cap show and on here. And now we're sitting in the nines. It was in the tens, I think, wasn't it, the other day? 1070. So there you go right there for Open Door, OPEN. So I hope you guys like that one. And like I said, we'll see what it wants to do tomorrow in QMCO. I cannot type right now, but QMCO right here had a little pullback the other day, and it was trying to maintain itself there on Friday, and it did a pretty good job. And looks like it wants to curl off right there, so we'll be keeping an eye on this QMCO. You can see it looks like it wants to roll off. And let's look at our other ones right here. Our computer hard. I don't know what the heck I'm typing, guys. Our GTI right here was running up. Remember, we've been looking at this one saying it was getting set up right there. QUB2, QUBT is running up too. As a matter of fact, I called it QUB2. That's a cool name for it. They should change their name from Quantum Computing to QUB2. That would be pretty sweet. But that thing looks great, guys. I mean, that looks really good. And usually this D-Wave looks really good as well. And it does look pretty strong. But I must say that QUBT, we might have to jot that one down because that thing looks really good right there. QUBT looks like it wants to get cranking. We just looked at that QMCO. I forget what it even looks like after 2 seconds. And that thing looks, oh yeah, I was going to get rolling off the MACD. That thing should get rolling as well. So the computer hardware ones and the quantum ones looking pretty good. IO and Q right here, that was jumping up. Remember we had said that looked good? That looks like it should keep some momentum right there in the morning. Obviously, market conditions going to play a factor and see how it looks in the morning, but that thing looks good coming off of a Friday anyway. And that is your IONQ and Z Space right here is the SPC pulling back. And this thing, I'm telling you, it will get set up. I've just been watching it. I haven't gotten any yet. I'll tell you if I do, because I'll let you know if it's the perfect time. And RCAT, remember we were talking about this getting moving, and this thing was trying to run around there. It did run Thursday, ran around a little bit on Friday there. And let's see what else is going on. That's our RCAT right there. We might as well look at our big cats and look at the Lion is getting set back up. It just ran over 100% the other day. Let it pull back a hair right there, and it'll get set right back up for us. So I'll keep an eye on the Lion. The Cheetah right here, CTNT, that was running up the other day, I remember, and still not looking bad. The Cheetah looks like it might take off in the morning, guys. So keep an eye on that one. Laptop Travel, I'll be looking at that in the morning, see if it has some legs right there. and wants to run up real fast like a cheetah. And let's look and see what our Jaguar is doing, because that was running up the other day as well. Had a little pullback, and let's see, it looks like it might get set back up there. So let it pull back a little bit, and then we'll let the Jaguar jump and get cruising along as well there, Joseph Levy. How are you this evening? And there you go. It's your big cats, your quantum, and your computer hardware ones. So there you go. And we'll keep on cruising along right here. UNH. Oh, man, this one last week was pretty nice. I know I had a little bit of pullback there on Friday, but it's in the top, and it should stay in there. I must say, it looks pretty good to continue. And here is your Oscar pulling back, and that's just pulling back to get set up. I wanted to look at UNH right there. Yeah, that's not looking bad right there. And Oscar's going to have a little bit of pullback just to set back up. You can see it's going to roll right off that MACD. So catch this one on a little dip action right there for a good old Oscar. And American Bitcoin Corp. This is our Trump family Bitcoin. Let it pull back just a little bit, probably for the next day or two. I mean, you can see it may take a little longer than this week, just according to this one anyway. It's in a nice bullish channel, but it is getting set up to run. So I'll be keeping an eye on it. We have it on our list for every day, just about. And we do watch it every day, because you got to look at that thing. If it's a Trump family crypto company, you're definitely looking at that every day, along with this. Pew, grab a gun. They're on the board of this thing as well. It was running up there, and another one just pulling back to set up. So it could be a little bit pullback tomorrow and again on Tuesday to get these things set up. And not necessarily looking bad, but it's pretty easy pullback if it happens. And they are. I mean, the markets are looking great. We already know that. NCPL right here. This one's been looking good. This and this PSQH right here had been looking good. It ran up. Maybe you get a little bit of pullback, but that NCPL, that net capital right there, that looks pretty healthy. You might want to be keeping an eye on net capital right there. That looks good. And Gush had a little bit of pullback, but still setting up for the oil and gas. Something's going on, and we'll be watching this tomorrow. Look at this setup right here. I'm not sure what's happening, but we'll be keeping an eye on good old Gush and the other ones right here. I know RBNE, they announced a offering or whatever the other day, so it pulled back after that big run up, but it will get set right back up. I know they were buying more Bitcoin or something like that. And this TMDE right here had pulled back a little bit, and we'll see what's up with this, because you can see that 20 coming up. So it has a few days right there, but something's going on right there with the gas and oil and gas ones. They look pretty good. And let's keep on cruising along, and we'll look at our other natural gas right here, and that's Boyle and Cold. And wow, this thing's going to get set up maybe this week. Holy cow, this is going to be good. Let's definitely keep an eye on that Boyle. You can see Cold's hitting that resistance. It's not going through. Maybe it goes through, but Boyle is going to be the setup right there. I can tell you that right now. BOIL and natural gas. Yeah, look at that thing getting ready to roll off of there, guys. That thing looks really good for good old Boyle. And let's take a look at OCGN, because we do enjoy this one right here. And it's starting to actually like move around a little bit. Remember, it was kind of flat the other day. What the heck was that? OCGN, let's go back to it. But look at that setup right there. I think you do get jumped up over that 110 and start moving on OCGN. And we do like that one. And we've watched it for a while. I think it just became like a staple on our list right here. And this one's looking really good after last week. BMNR with Ethereum and all. It looks like it wanted to go cruising. Maybe you have a little bit of pullback in the morning, just because crypto has a little bit of pullback. But that thing was looking good and running up there. And then you have SBET. That one looks really good right there. And that UPXI, this is the Solana one, guys. And like I said, this thing's going to get cruising as well. So you can watch your SBET, your BMNR, and your UPXI. They're good crypto treasury ones, and they all look pretty good getting set up again. We'll see what they look like in the morning. If there's any pullback with the crypto pullback tonight, we'll see how they set up in the morning, but they're not looking bad. And this Neon is getting set back up, guys. This is going to be a good opportunity, and you can see it's starting to set up. So we'll be watching this one this week as well as it goes and gets ready. And Applied Digital Corp, this one ran up some more. looks like it could keep that momentum right there. So keep an eye on that. APLD in the morning, guys. It could keep the momentum. It might not with crypto pulling back, though. So you got to keep an eye. And how about AppLovin's been running up another $10? And that was on the night note right there for some days. And look at that thing ran up perfectly. CoreWeave right here, a little bit of pullback, nothing too crazy. And you can see the 20 is going to keep it up there. So that'll be fine. It is kind of in a it was in a bearish channel. Remember, we were talking about it. Now it's about to change around and it'll get back into a bullish channel right here and start running up. So there you go with CRWV. And let's see what else is going on with Snapchat right here as it got set up last week at the end of the week. You can see that thing. So I think Snapchat could be a good one for this week as well. That thing's getting set up right there. And AMZE, remember Amaze? This thing did jump up a little bit. We were talking about it, and it's not looking too bad right there. So keep an eye on it once it gets moving. We were talking about this bad boy, kept jumping up on my scanner, and that thing could get cruising right there at 276. So definitely keep an eye on that. And didn't I post a list out? Or I think I did, right? I thought I posted it out, Laptop Travel. I'm pretty sure I did. And if not, I thought I swore I did. Hold on, let me look. Now you got me wondering because I'm like, did I post it out? I swore I did. But you know my brain, so anything can happen, and who knows. So let me look. I don't even know what's going on. The phone just like kind of stopped working as I hopped on here. Anyway, let me look real quick. I'll tell you. Hold on. Tonight's live show and tonight's show. I posted it out. Laptop Travel. I'll repost it for you. Ready? There you go. I just reposted it for you. I did post it out actually. It was down there. I had already posted a bunch of other stuff, so you might have missed it there. And so yeah, there you go. I did post it. Thank you, Joseph. You were checking and you saw it. I was totally confused because Laptop Travel usually is definitely on point. And I was like, holy cow, did I not post it? I forget. And we did the ETF show, so I might have forgotten, but no, I did do it. And so there you are, AMZE. And let's keep on cruising along. And Dash right here, good old DoorDash. That one was down, running up a little bit, but that looks like it's going to stay running up. Might have a little pullback tomorrow. I was trying to run up a little in the after hours. And again, got to take a look at this thing in the morning to see, but I think you do have a little pullback in the morning, but nothing crazy. That one will set up. Laptop Travel did see it. There you go. It was it got pushed down there on all kinds of posts, I guess. So there you go, that list. And Circle right here had been running up a little pullback on Friday. I know that, but that's going to continue to stair step up in that channel right there. So that is what Circle looks like. And let's take a look at our Rich Tech Robotics right here, good old RR. And this thing, guys, looks like it wants to run pretty good tomorrow for some odd reason. So I'll definitely be looking at Rich Tech Robotics right there. It's looking good. And our BITF has been running up. That was a Doge Mama 9 mentioned this the other day when it was right here in this candle and it looked good. And it's been running up there. And another one, you just have to be careful because of the Bitcoin and crypto pulling back a little bit. And so you got to be careful of that in the morning, just being over the weekend. It does look strong, but at the same time, you have to be careful with the crypto pullback because you know how they run. They soar when crypto and all is running right there. And there you go. We'll keep an eye on them and obviously the BMNR and the other ones as well. Maybe they continue to run just because crypto's setting up, even though it has a little bit of pullback, not the end of the world. And that is your Bitfarms BITF right there. And how about the Hive? That's another one that's a capital market and another crypto one. And in the top and not looking too bad. And we talked about it. Remember, I was making some silly B jokes right there. And that Hive is moving right now. So keep your eyes on the Hive. And we'll see another one. You just got to be careful with crypto pulling back a little bit if it's going to continue up. Hertz right here was trying to cruise back up and looks like it's setting up and will be pretty good right there. So getting over to 50, not looking bad, I must say, for good old Hertz. And it's been driving up a little bit right there. And how about that ORBS 8Co Holdings right here? It was recently something different, and it ran the other day, and I don't even remember what it was. What, it was an Onco or something like that. I forget what the heck it was. And ONCO, maybe ONOCTO. That's what it was. It was Octo, and it goes to that. So there you go. Good old ORBS now, and that's 8Co Holdings. And guess what, guys? This one's going to be bottoming out right here. We'll look at it tomorrow, see if it's exactly ready, but it is going to be trying to make that base and get cruising. And that one's another crypto one, another crypto treasury that has a bunch of people involved as well. It has Sam Altman and all kinds of people on this one. So there you go with 8Co and 8Co. That's what it's called. And ORBS now. That's what they changed the stock ticker to. They all changed the stock ticker and then get cruising. Remember the CENX? This was on our list the other day, and it was running up there. It looks pretty good to try to keep that momentum right there. So you might want to look at that in the morning. And good old FedEx is setting up here and not looking bad for this week. So definitely look at it, FedEx. And Uber wants to deliver as well. So take a look at Uber right here. Look at this thing getting really set up. So Uber looking really good, I must say. And Uber looks like it wants to run up, obviously. On a Sunday night, we got to keep an eye on the market in the morning, see how the market conditions are. They'll play a factor, but these things are set up and they'll get moving. Obviously, we just have to see how it opens up tomorrow. It's going to be a wild week with the rate cuts coming up on Wednesday. So that's why you just really don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. And how about that Abbott Laboratories? Remember, I had it on the list the other day or about last week or so, and that started to bottom out there and started to move up. So ABT, Abbott Laboratories, not looking too bad to try to continue its way up. And CN Energy Group right here is a China one. And this thing was trying to curl up the other day and try to get moving. So I'll keep an eye on this thing in the morning. It wasn't looking too bad to me. So I'll look at that. Let's see if it can get crossed through. And again, another one, the market conditions on a Monday after the weekend definitely are going to play a strong factor on that. And ENB right here, Enbridge. And look at this guy right here trying to keep that momentum. So ENB caught my eye, so I thought I'd jot it down and take a look at that bad boy right there. So there you go, ENB, and there you are with our one side of our list. And of course, our TONX right here. Let's look at that one. That's a tone strategy, whatever the heck you call it. And it's way down there. Remember, I kept saying, let it pull back. I'll let you know this week when it gets set up. It's not exactly ready yet, but when it will get ready, I'm going to get into this thing because that'll be a nice one. And, like I said, you might still have, that's probably the bottom right there on Friday, I would assume. But with the, there you go, Tone coin right there, a very stable coin price. And yeah, like I said, this thing, let it just pull back. We'll see if it wants to really get into the basement or if it's going to start reversing. I have a feeling a crypto pulling back, you could see it get in there a little bit and then get set up. So it could be a few days. And that one will be a good one because we had first heard about it like way up here. It's probably half the price from when we first heard about it, guys. So there you go with TONX. I think so. I think it's, unless we saw it right there. I don't even remember, to be completely honest with you. But I will say it's way down there. So there you go with TONX right there. And let's go ahead and look at our laptop travel list, and then we'll go ahead and see what the SPY Mag 7 big caps are doing. And then we'll see what you guys want to look at. And let's see. There's a football game on. It looks like the Falcons are playing Minnesota, and the game is just beginning right now. So there you go with your NFL update for another week in the NFL. And let's look at our laptop travel list. A lot of really good ones. I couldn't even really skip any right here, guys. They were looking so good. ABTS right here setting up and looking pretty healthy. So again, obviously over the weekend, you got to keep an eye on it. But look at that channel and looking like that Pac-Man look that we do like. and AIRI. That one, AIRI, that's a aerospace and defense one, Air Industries. And look at this thing trying to get curled up. Did touchdown there on Friday. It's slowly moving up, and the 20 is going to carry it up along with it. So there you go. And BIVI, and let me type it in. That one's a tough one for me to type. BioVi right there. And look at this thing that bottomed out right down there and it's starting to move up. Look at that 20 curling up. Yeah, that one's a good one right there. I'd have to say keep an eye on BIVI. There's 2 eyes in that one, so keep both of them on there. That's for sure. And BOXL right here. Let's see. I'm telling you, I can't type tonight. I don't know what's going on. Yankees game 2-6 against the Red Sox, huh? Wow, Yankees getting beat up right there. And we will be getting into some playoff baseball soon, Joseph Levy. That's always a fun time of the year when you have playoff baseball and football going on, college football, all the good sports happening, I would say. And then hockey starts kicking in. Definitely a huge hockey fan, so I enjoy hockey as well. And yeah, it's going to be a good time. And that's like the ultimate after summer and the fall begins. That's when all the sports kick in. And then obviously your baseball will be your World Series coming up, October baseball. So much fun and all that good jazz. So anyway, let's get back to the stock market because we love that as well. And BOXL right here, another one. I'm telling you, they're all setting up right here on this list. I ran through a few of them. I didn't even go through them all. And I was like, I'll just go through them all on here because this one looked really good. This one's kind of a BTCT is kind of a crypto one as well, guys. But that thing looks really good right there. So we'll definitely have to look at that. And this one, I think, is over here, CIT. I think, oh, it was Citizen. I don't even know. Did I miss? I think I might have read. I write something down wrong right there after BTCT. I'm not sure. Laptop travel. I know the next one was a OTC or FA. What the heck was it? TBP or something. Fat Brands. That's what it was because that was starting to look good and can get pretty juicy right there in that channel. So keep an eye on that Fat Brands. And that is an OTC or FATBP right there. And that is getting set up. And that GIPR, we had talked about it the other day, and it was running up some more. It did spike up the other day. I remember we were talking about it. And now it's running up. They get into that channel, and then they start running up right there. And that's what we always look for. And GRNQ is Green Pro Capital. And let's see what that one looks really good too right there. Not sure what they're up to. They haven't had news in a while, at least according to FinViz and all I look at. But yeah, that looks pretty good to continue to move up for a good old Green Pro, GRNQ. And let's see what GTEC. So there's a lot of good ones on this list. Greenland Technologies, and that's in that channel getting ready to roll up there. And GTEC, GTEC. Oh, didn't we just do that one? Holy cow. HPAI, I mean, Hellport AI, and that thing's just getting set up. You might have a couple of days on that thing because it looks like it's just going to stay in this little channel. I'd look at it tomorrow, but that's what it looks like at the moment. And IHT, In Suites Hospitality Trust. That's a hotel company right there. And looking pretty good, I must say. It looked like it was running up. It says it was running up in them after hours. It was jumping up there the other day, 416 to 459, and it closed at 260, 296. And so we'll have to take a look at that. I don't know what the heck's going on with IHT, but it looks like it was jumping up there. We'll see if it can keep it. And I think it says JVA. Yeah, I think so. And that is Coffee Holding right here. That thing looks pretty good to wake you up. And let's see. I would say Coffee Holding is going to move right there. JVA. That could be a morning spiker with your coffee, so keep an eye on that. And how about your KOPN? Looking pretty good, I'd say. And look at this thing trying to spike up there. Looks like it wants to get into the top and keep that momentum right there. So you might want to keep an eye on KOPN because that thing looks like it has some momentum. We love when they look like that and they're keeping that full momentum at the end of the day and into the top. Obviously, it's a weekend, so we'll have to keep an eye on it and see in the morning. But if it's cruising along, it'll look good. I'm sure LED. Did I write that wrong? And it was supposed to be LEDS because this thing did spike up right there and not looking too bad for LEDS. And let's see, you did have that spike, and you'll continue to set up. I think that's what that one might be. And LSB right here is Lakeshore. And I know this one right now is, let's see, I didn't look at it, but a little bit of pullback. That has a little bit of setup this week, LSB. It looks like an MBIO right here, Mustang Bio, another one. We've looked at all these previously before. That had some nice pullback and is getting set up. So a lot of these I'd have to look at in the morning. And again, market conditions after the weekend, but they are set up and they could easily be cruising along with any with no problem. NCNA, I remember looking at New Cannon not too long ago. I don't remember exactly where the price was, but I remember we were looking at NCNA and even this one too, Endura Life Sciences, and that thing's getting curled back up. It had run up there and now pulled back, and now you're starting to see it swing back upward. So there you go for NDRA. That's Endura Life Sciences. And ODYS right here, oddsight.ai. And let's see what that's doing right here. I mean, it doesn't look bad. I'd have to look at it over here. Is that what it was? ODYS. That's what it was. Yeah, that one's just kind of hanging out in the channel. It'll get set up this week, so we can take a look at that. OGEN right here, Organics or Organics or whatever. That thing looks good. Look at that bad boy setting up. So I would keep an eye on OGEN. This one could get cruising along tomorrow. It's hitting that 50. It had a little bit of resistance there, but it also looked pretty good. So you could see that one cruise along. And PBM right here is trying to move along. This one's like that. It said it right there. It's like, I always think it's a magic mushroom one. Science, something like that. Biomedical, whatever the heck it's called. And whatever. But anyway, let's see what it's doing. It was running up here and not looking bad, I must say. So keep an eye on PBM. SHPH, let's see. Shuttle Pharmaceutical Holdings. Let's see what's going on. Oh, that's in that channel. It's probably going to bounce around a little bit this week, and then that's going to get on the shuttle and take off. So you might want to see that one on the shuttle. And I guess that's VGAS. I'll go with that because I don't know what else it would have been. And that thing is not looking bad right there in that channel. So a lot of them right in that channel looking pretty good right here on our laptop travel list. And XRTX right here is getting set up as well. Look at that thing trying to roll off and not looking bad. I definitely take a look at that one this week. That thing's trying to set up an S or YSXT right here. YSX Tech. I don't think we ever looked at that, but it's not looking bad. It's a China one. It's curling up right there, and I would say that one looks pretty good to keep continuing to go up there. I'd watch that in the morning, see if it has some momentum. And Zena right here, ZENA, is trying to get set up. Look at it, jumped right up on that trend line. And these two last ones, I would definitely keep an eye on, YSXT and ZENA. And there you go with your laptop travel list. Thank you, Laptop Travel. That's always a great list. You know that. A lot of great ones right there. And let's go ahead and jump over to our Jolie's Jams and see what's going on with our Jolie's Jams over here. What am I typing tonight? RYM. And it is starting to get some rhythm back. This is a cannabis one. It ran up, and now it looks pretty. Remember, we were saying it wanted to roll off that MACD, and it looks like it's going to roll off that MACD. It's definitely doing it Friday and not looking bad. Blink Charging running up some more, and that one doesn't look too bad. It should try to continue up, hitting the top. Sezzle's getting set up as well, and this one could run up big time. We already know that, so definitely keeping an eye on Sezzle to get set up right there. And Sterling was running up the other day, and it was running up a little bit on Friday. I did see it, but kind of a little bit of pullback, and we'll see it. It'll stair step its way up for Sterling. It's in a bullish trend right there, not looking bad. And of course, not Rivian, but it's Rivian. And RIVN right here took a nice little dip on Friday, but it could just be that dip and rip look. It's not too bad, obviously. And how about our Symbotic getting set up right here on that trend line? And that's another one just getting set up, getting ready, and a great one to keep an eye on for this week. Nike's pulling back some, and our DXYZ has been getting set up, and it'll look a little better this week. It's getting there. It's not exactly right or ready yet, so we'll be keeping an eye on that DXYZ. That's a way to get into SpaceX right there, and SATS is another way, and that one had ripped up there. Now it's pulling back, so just let it pull back, and we'll see. I don't know if it's going to stay in the top, but we'll let it pull back a little bit, and there you go with your SATS. And how about Tilray? I just noticed that one. Luis Rodriguez, that's another cannabis one getting ready to get set up. And I'm telling you guys, the cannabis industry is going to see something happen relatively sooner than later as we get into the closer and closer to midterms. And and it takes a little while. You can't just come out and be like, yeah, we're going to federally legalize things, because people won't believe you. You actually got to do it a little earlier and actually start doing it, and then people will really vote for you. And you better believe Trump knows that. So you're going to see something happening. We already said it, and we definitely know that's going to be happening. You can tell the charts and everything. Look at that. MSOS closed at 420. That's pretty funny. A cannabis one right there. Has a little bit of pullback, but yeah, they're going to get set up just like the rest of the market, guys. And they had been running up there. So, but they're still pretty bullish with that pullback. And there you go with them bad boys. And let's go ahead and look at our SPY, Big Caps, Mag 7, and all them, and see what's going on. Atlanta's up 3-0 against Minnesota. It's 3rd and 7 with 9:50 left in the first quarter. Minnesota has the ball on their own 20, and the quarterback just scrambled. I don't know what his name is, but he just reached out for a first down. He might even got it. That's a pretty good stretch right there. Anyway, let's get back to our list and see what's up with the SPY, Mag 7, Big Caps, and all them guys. Here's your SPY, and let's see. It's just, I always say, they don't leave it to a look on the weekends on Friday. I already know that it's going to happen every single Friday, and look how flat that is right there. I mean, can you give you any more of a questionable look? I could just flip a coin and have a better idea of what's going to happen with the SPY off the chart look anyway, because it doesn't tell you anything right there. It stopped at the top, and it could get into the top, and it could pull back a little bit. So I'll look at it at 7 a.m. Obviously, I'll look at it before that at 4 a.m. when the market opens with the 4 a.m. Warriors and Laptop Travel and everyone. And so yeah, the SPY is going to be just at the coin flip right now to look at. And Joseph Levy said it's 3-6 now. The Yankees are still losing right there. So nah, Yankees haven't been playing that well, huh? He's a big Yankees fan, it looks like. And there you go. I don't mind the sports updates. Other people enjoy it as well. And we can go stock market, sports, and a little bit of everything, right? And here is Apple. AAPL was jumping back up, and it does look pretty good right there. Again, market conditions are going to be everything, but that thing wants to run back up. Good old Apple. So obviously, you're going to be wanting to look and see if we're going Apple picking right there in the morning, because it's not looking too bad coming off of that Friday right there. And how about Amazon right there? A little bit of pullback, but that's getting set up right there, unless it has a huge dip, which I don't think it's going to. I have to look at it right here, AMZN. And let's see. It's held up on the 20, and it's in that spot where it could easily pull itself back up. It's going to be interesting because, again, you can't really tell what the market wants to do in the morning. And Luis Rodriguez did say it was flat, but it's going to have to do something, although it could stay flat. You know that. And it could just stay right there. So we'll be on at 7 a.m. to go over things, see what it looks like. But that's what it looked like Friday when it closed. I'm telling you, just sitting right on the 50 for Amazon. And how about Google is up a little bit? Says a little healthy pullback. It's in the top. I'd be careful. It might pull back, but it could stay up there and roll off. It's looking pretty healthy. It just could have some pullback first. So I would expect that before anything. And good old Meta was trying to jump up, and that thing looks pretty good. So I think Apple and Meta might be decent ones right there. And Microsoft is getting set back up. Remember I said they put that trend line under there. I was wondering when we were going to see some support, and Microsoft looking really good, guys. So might want to keep an eye on that one right there. MSFD is going to, that's the bear one, MSFU, guys. So there you go. And that one could do an MSFU right there to the chart and go ballistic. So just keep an eye on that. That's your bull 2 times if you want to check it out at 50 instead of playing Microsoft, which is at 500. So, but it's looking really good, I must say. Although Microsoft, the chart right there looks a little bit better than MSFU. Usually the charts look identical. This does look good, and you could still have that trend. It's going to have to pop up like this. It'll be a hardcore trend line right there. That's a pretty wild one, as a matter of fact. So just keep your eye. I'll look at this in the morning to make sure it wants to get rolling there. And here we go with NVIDIA. And that thing was jumping around the other day. I do know that. And it did close up, came back down a little. It was more flat than anything curling up. That's what I was saying. It was jumping around because it wasn't doing a whole lot. And there you go with NVIDIA. And that one could go either way. But guess which one did look really good? And there you go with Tesla. And as a matter of fact, it was the only one that I actually put on the night note on Friday for Friday. So it was Tesla. I didn't really like the other ones, although Apple did go up. Tesla was your winner right there, and it still looks beautiful. So there you go. With Tesla, you can keep an eye on that TSLR too. That's your 2-time Tesla ETF, and that thing looks pretty strong getting into the top. So check that bad boy out as well. And here we go with our other big caps and other GameStop, AMC, and other ones that we always go through. And Doge Mama 9, that's all right. If you're late, you always hop on. And I'm sure you were up to something this weekend. It is a Sunday evening, and I'm sure everybody had a busy weekend. So I greatly appreciate everybody taking the time out, tuning in, hanging out, and we go through the market. And I'll try to go through pretty quick so everyone can get back to their Sunday evening football games on, and kids getting ready for school, and everybody doing all that good jazz. And I definitely understand that. I spent some time and redid my office shed, even though it's brand new, but I had to make the desk bigger. It was like too crammed in there for me. I need space, like, to be able to write things and look at things. I have to have a little bit of space, and all the monitors. And I'll be honest, these monitors just take up mad room, and I don't even like big monitors, like real, like huge ones. I just like the normal size ones, and they seem like they keep making them bigger and bigger, and but they take up so much room. So I had to wrap the desk around so I could sit down. It's way better, so that'll work out well. And here we go. AMC right here is not looking bad. I'm telling you that. This bad boy's getting set up. And like I said, these meme ones could kick the market off. That's for sure. So you might want to keep your eye on AMC. And how about our GameStop right here? That thing's getting set up as well. We know it was running up on earnings right there, but look at it. It looks pretty good. That 20 wants to drive it up. It almost looks like it wants to run up some more into the top. You have your 200-day up there at 25. What was that say? 90? Oh, yeah, it had to have been like 2590s area. So there you go with GME, GameStop. So that's also setting up. But AMC looks pretty good, I must say. And our Chewy right here was down and had pulled back last week. Remember that big dip on the earnings? Let it pull back a little bit more to get set up. But that had been running up big time for a while there. And here is Unity right here. And that's trying to crawl back up there. So we'll be keeping an eye on good old Unity. And Laptop Travel City loves the Apple big screens. Yeah, I can't use like that big of a screen. It like hurts my eyes. I don't know. I can't. I forget. I ordered one from Amazon, and it was like a little bit bigger than the last one I had, and I didn't even like it. I was like, that's too big of a screen, and I had to order another one. So anyway, that's yeah, I don't like how the huge screens right in front of my face kills me. But there, so now I have like 5 screens set up, 2 different computers, and it works out perfect. I can just go back and forth and do everything I need to do, and I have a backup computer if one ever goes down. I always have a second one and a laptop there, so I'm good to go, and everything can work. And then obviously I do the shows downstairs in the studio. It works out way better. So there you go. That's my setup. And let's keep on cruising through our setups here and see what is set up to run for tomorrow. Like Netflix right here has been setting up and then dipping. Let's see. That's an interesting one. That thing looked so good the other day, and now you see that pullback, but I don't think it's going to happen for very long. I don't think you're going to even get into the basement, nor maybe not even touch the bottom. I think you start curling up pretty soon is what it looks like for Netflix, but it's surprising to see it down. But wasn't like something happening last week? I forget, with Paramount and all them guys. So isn't that why it was going down? Netflix chief product officer he was leaving. I do remember we read that. Eunice Kim, and the CTO Is Elizabeth Stone appointed as the interim successor? So anyway, whatever. And that's why I don't look at news. It's always a bunch of just weird stuff going on, and I can barely read it. So Netflix right there, pulling back at the moment. We'll find it when it wants to go back up. And AVGO is going up, and it is hitting that. It's sitting in that top area. It could bounce back up. I got to see this thing right here. It looks like it wants to bounce back up. Over the weekend, it's so hard to tell with some of these especially, and that one. So MU looked pretty good. Had that on the list, and that was jumping up there for good old MU, and we did know that was keeping some momentum and could quite possibly continue that momentum. Again, depends on some market conditions tomorrow. TSM right here, Taiwan Semiconductors, at its all-time highs up there, and look at it, it's trying to curl up a little bit more. Let me see this thing because it doesn't look too bad for TSM. I'd have to look at that in the morning. You have them two looks right there where it could pull back some, but the market's looking bullish overall. So you're going to have that healthy pullback, and then things will rock and roll and go right back up. We already know that. And SMCI right here was getting set back up, running up, made that bottom down here, has good support. And now it's getting into the channel, running up to the 50 and cruising along. So SMCI is not looking bad now. It definitely did its thing, dipped down and moving back along, moving back up. So that's pretty good right there for SMCI. And let's see what else is going on in our AMD and semiconductor ones, because this one's going to be getting set up. I think AMD is one that we definitely have to keep an eye on right there. QCOM's been cruising up, and I do think it continues to cruise up right there. Slowly but surely, snow pulling back a little bit, and we'll have that bounce back up. Might have a little pullback tomorrow. Good old PayPal's been pulling back right there. I think that bottomed out as well, and we'll just make sure, but that'll get set up. It looks like it has a little bit of time right there. And Intel pulling back now. It was hitting that resistance, was not getting through, and now you're getting pushed down. You could see the 23 area right there for INTC, good old Intel. And let's look at Dell, and that one is just kind of hanging out on that trend line, not looking bad right there. And we like to compare Dell and SMCI now because the Kramer did, and he said he liked Dell way better than SMCI. I have to say SMCI looks good. Dell is getting set up as well. So I can't say that they're both not good, but the day that he said it, SMCI blasted off the very next day, and it looked really good anyway. IBM right there pulling back, and we knew it was hitting the 50 and pulling back. I mean, we read that one perfectly, guys. So hope everybody was good for that one. And Palantir right here, we thought it was going to get moving. I think you do have a little momentum play right there that's going to continue to move up there for PLTR. And our Sophie, I continued to say that looked good. And I do think Sophie looks pretty good. And Mara and Riot right here, they were setting up, running up there Friday. And again, might have a little bit of pullback as crypto is pulling back just a little bit right there. So there's your Mara Riot. And of course, CleanSpark right here wasn't looking too bad. And that's in that channel going to get set up. And the same situation could have a little bit of pullback, but nothing crazy. And MicroStrategy was trying to move his way up there. He's going to be mad that crypto's pulling back because his chart was looking pretty good. To try to continue its way up there, he's going to hit that 20 and just have to hop off of it. We'll see what it looks like in the morning as we go into the rate cuts on Wednesday. So let's see what's happening with the rest of this list. And that was our crypto ones. And now Atlanta's up 6-0 against Minnesota. It's 6 minutes left in the first quarter. And it looks like Minnesota has the ball in their 20 again. Didn't I say that last time? So must have caught it. Both times they kicked the field goal and kicked it off, and they were starting back off. But there's MicroStrategy kicking off and trying to get through that 20 so it can get into that channel and get cruising up there and go score a touchdown. And there's Hood right here. Robinhood pulling back a little bit. It does have a little bit of pullback in it. And Coinbase was looking real good, a little bit of healthy pullback. That's getting set up as well. We do know that. Bull was taking its time right there, a little pullback on it, and I don't think it's ready just yet. And we'll let it continue to pull back if it wants to at the moment. And this space right here is trying to get set up. I'm telling you, this thing's looking pretty good right there. SPCE, that wants to blast off. Boeing was pulling back more. We said it would, and there you go, down $4. It may hit that bottom and kind of hold itself up. We'll see what's going on there with Boeing. I'm not sure if they had some crazy news. FAA seeks $3.1 million in fines from Boeing over safety violations in 2024 mid-air panel blowout. So there you go. That'll usually make them dip down a little bit. I mean, is that really a lot of money for them? $3.1 million? I guess anytime it's a couple million, it's a lot of money for anybody. You could throw that into your advertising budget and use it way better than paying a fine. But again, they have a separate allotment, usually companies like this, for fines, because they know they get fined often and for everything. So they do put some money on the side generally for things of that nature. So anyway, that's Boeing right there. Good old BA. And how about your DJT getting set up, guys? I'm telling you, this thing's looking good. Look at that curl up right there. And like we've been saying, good old fun. It wants to get fun, guys. It does look pretty good. It was bouncing up off that good spot, getting into that channel. Looking pretty good there for PHUN and good old Mickey D's, McDonald's right here. Remember, we were saying it was pulling back some. Let it pull back a little bit more. It may stop on that 50, but you could see it dip down a little bit more. So just let it do its thing. And Disney was pulling back some. And again, something's going on with Paramount and all these damn things. And they reported bid for Warner Brothers, and Discovery could spark media bidding war. Yeah, so all these guys are in like a bidding war now. Everything went all crazy with all the big entertainment companies. And I can only imagine, I mean, with AI and the stuff that's going on, they don't really need actors anymore. You don't really, I mean, the whole entertainment industry's got to change, I'd imagine, coming up real soon here, as it's been changing. And how about Oxy right here pulling back a little bit, but oil and gas will get set right back up. ExxonMobil, that's going to pull back a little bit and not looking bad right there. So there you go with our Mag 7 big caps and all them guys. Let me see what you guys want to see, and then we'll wrap it up early so everyone can enjoy the rest of their weekend, their Sunday night, their football game, and anything else they have to do. Go pack the kids' lunches and all that good stuff. And I'll make the night note for the Discorders, and so that you know exactly what's popping tomorrow. So here we go. I'm going to scroll up to the top so I don't miss anything. And Robin's on there, and he was saying that Tesla was a nice gainer there for him Friday. So that is awesome. And again, I had that. It was the only Mag 7 I put on my night note there. It was the only one I thought looked really good, and it obviously jumped up. Robin is a fan of the college football, and he does watch the NFL for the background. I generally do the same exact thing, Robin, and I do like college football. College football is fun to watch, that's for sure. So good, cool stuff like that. And honestly, it's great background viewing, to be honest with you, when you're trying to do work and stuff. And the college games, there's a bunch of them on every Saturday, so it keeps you occupied, I have to agree. And then the stadiums are always wild. I mean, all the college kids and stuff, it's always cool. So futures are flat as a pancake right there. Tesla 400 in an overnight trade. Remember last week we said it looked like it wanted to go to 400, and then we were talking about that Michael Anthony story when I had to tell him, don't say it's going down to 250. I said the other day, I said, it looks like it's about to go to 400 right now. And there you go. So it definitely hit the gas pedal and went to 400. So there you go. Laptop Travels in the house. We looked at TONX and Bitfarms right there. 275 in the after hours or overnight, you mean? I mean, not you, me. Wow, that jumped up quite a bit right there. If it's at 275, wow, that really jumped up, Luis Rodriguez. And CHEK right there. Let's check it out. It's a runner, and let's see what it's up to right here, up over $2 in the nighttime. And wow, you're right, it's up over $2. And CHEK, good old check cap right there. We might want to keep an eye on that and check it out in the morning. Look at that bad boy running up there, looking pretty wild right there for CHEK. And let's see, they actually just show, I guess that shows the overnight. I don't know. Did that do it Friday? I have no idea, Lewis. It says the market's closed, so I'm not sure if these actually do show it. I know the crypto does run all the time. I'm always confused, to be honest with you, Luis Rodriguez, with the overnight. I don't even know what goes on. It's so crazy now with overnights that it's kind of confusing that they run past 8 o'clock and then still trade certain, and Robinhood and like Webull, you can trade like certain stock tickers all night, like 24 hours. It's wild, guys. The market's crazy now. I talk about it all the time. Look at 4 a.m.s now. They're absolutely berserk, and I get up for them now. So that never used to happen. And now we trade at 4 a.m., and it's like the wildest thing you'd ever seen. How about GALT, Joseph Levy? Let's take a look at that one if you'd like to. Let's see what it's doing right here. GALT, Galcitin Therapeutics. It's not a pharmaceutical. It says therapeutics. I can't even read. It is pulling back there. Let me take a better look at GALT right here. Oh, you might have a little bit of pullback. I don't know if that's going to exactly bounce. It looks like it tried to top out right there, is what it looked like. And again, you have a whole weekend that goes by. Anything can happen on a Monday morning. We know that, but I would assume it's trying to bounce back up, it says, but it does look like it's trying to pull back to me. Is just what it looks like at the moment. So we'll take a look at it. If you remind me, I'll write it down. I'll look at it at 7 a.m. for you. But if I were you, I'd be checking that bad boy out early because it could run up at 4 a.m. for you and then come back down just because of the way it is. And it's already run up there. So definitely keep an eye on it. Joseph Levy right there. So there you are. And Laptop Travel did post the overnight watch list early for the Discord subscribers. So check that out. And I will post a night note after the show. And let's see what else is going on with Lemonade right here. LMND. It is an insurance company. And that bad boy is back into the 50s right there. I know it was in the 60s, I remember. And it is getting curled up. It's in a bullish channel. It does want to run back up there for LMND right there. And Luis Rodriguez said he loves this one in the healthcare insurance sector. So there you go, property and casualty. So there you go with good old Lemonade. It's a fresh squeeze right there soon. So it'll get cruising. It's just getting set up. And that is Lemonade. Speaking of lemonade, I drink lemonade now all the time because I stopped drinking soda, and I get this lemonade at BJ's. And it's so good. Holy cow. I know it doesn't have any corn syrup in it. Obviously it has sugar in it, but they don't put corn syrup. It's supposed to be organic, whatever the hell that even means anymore. I'm not exactly sure. But I'll tell you what, that lemonade is banging. And so yeah, I drink it now, and I definitely don't drink soda. So I've told you, I feel so much better. I have a soda every once in a while. I'm telling you, it feels like I just put like poison into my body, especially now that I stopped drinking it all the time. Holy cow, you can definitely tell the difference. And then when you're drinking it a lot, it definitely slows you down. I'll tell you that. There's no doubt about. You think the caffeine or something would keep you going. That sugar and corn syrup content is so high, it just destroys you. And yeah, it spikes up your blood sugar way too much. You can't. It's not made for us. So we shouldn't be putting it into our system, especially in a little can like this, and then it's like a ton of it. It's probably not good for you. And like I say, if you drink soda, quit drinking soda, guys. I promise you'll feel so much better. You'll lose a ton of weight too. I promise you that. I don't even have the weight to lose, but you're gonna shred some pounds if you stop drinking soda, but you'll feel way better. I promise you that. And anyway, here we go with Laptop Travel's gift for our listeners for tonight, and we already went through it, but KOPN is looking good. Remember, I had that momentum. I didn't even see that Laptop Travel even wrote that. It was on his list, and it was looking good going into the night. I remember we were talking about it, and I said we love these kind when they close up there, and Laptop Travel clearly likes it as well because that's what he was saying as his gift, and he does have his newsletter article on sale right now, so you can go ahead and check it out. I know I reposted it, so you can check out the link right there. And again, his newsletter is great. He puts out a lot of great information. I know a lot of you are already signed up, but anybody that's interested, check that out for sure. And there you go with Laptop Travel's newsletter. It is a great read. Even though I'm like half illiterate and can't read anymore, I just can't because of my head injury, not because I don't know how to read, but I just don't comprehend everything. But it is a great read. I go back and read it, and try to catch up on info. And like I say, it's kind of a good reading exercise for me. So I enjoy it as well just for that, but it's a lot of great information in there. And any kind of reading that I do, I guess, is good exercise for me because I can barely read a children's book, and I'm not even lying. My wife will definitely tell you I could barely read a child. It's crazy. I'm telling you, it's the most bizarre thing ever. And so yeah, don't get hit in the head real hard. Is the moral of the story if you want to keep all your brain cells and be able to comprehend things for the rest of your life. Anyway, DUOL, that's what it is. Duolingo or whatever. I know we were talking about it before. It was pulling back. Didn't they have a deal with somebody? What the hell was it? Kramer says Duolingo is too good a company to short right there, Luis Rodriguez. How about that? I bet you love that right there. You do like Duolingo, and I know you're a Kramer fan. No, I'm just kidding, but there you go. He likes it, and maybe he's getting back on track with Laptop Travels newsletter. He subscribed to it, so maybe he's finally figuring out what the market does again. Like I said, I used to watch his show all the time. It was really good back in the day. Mad Money, is that what it was called? I forget. Yeah, Kramer's Mad Money, right? He was like running around like a lunatic. I've talked about it, hit all the buttons and stuff. And yeah, I used to really enjoy it. And he was pretty good at it as well. Not only doing the show, but he was pretty good at the market back then. But now it seems like whatever he says, it wants to do the opposite. But anyway, Duolingo, whatever the heck it is, software application company right here. And let's see what it's up to. DUOL. And let's see, it is getting set up. I don't think that's a bad day right there on Friday. Just a little jump up into the 20. So looking pretty good for your DUOL, Luis Rodriguez. I can't even say it. Can't pronounce the name of the company. I can't even read 4 letters. So anyway, I can read a stock chart for some reason because there's no numbers or letters or anything. It's just a green and red candle and a pattern. I can see patterns still, and thank goodness for that. So as I say, blessed to be alive and live a blessed life. And what are you going to do? Things happen in life, and you just have to adapt with them. And so those of you that are tuning in don't know, I got hit in the head really hard. I got hit with a 10-ton jack with the pressure of a 2-story house right here in my head. And it was a little over 2 years ago, July 8th, 2 years ago. I got rocked. And I was floating through energy. I'm telling you, everything was dark, quiet, and peaceful. And I was just floating through energy. I went backwards, and then I got thrusted forward and started hearing some calm voice say, "Open your eyes." And yeah, it was a wild experience, something I'd never experienced before. And then the hospital let me leave 4 hours later with 4 stitches and a CAT scan. They said I was fine. I had a severe brain injury. I got hit harder than anybody probably in the history of life had survived. And the hospital's like, "Yeah, you're fine. You can go home." And I was completely out of it. It's amazing I woke up the next day, guys. There, I think where cannabis comes into play, because clearly I come home and I smoke, and somehow I wake up the next morning, and that's a miracle in itself. And then I didn't die in like the next couple of months. I was in a manic state. I was doing crazy things. I went into a haunted house a week later. That screwed me up. I can't do black lights or anything anymore. I get nauseous and stuff. It's crazy. But yeah, just interesting. And I've spoken about it before, but that's my head injury story. It is an interesting story. I'm not going to lie. It's fascinating if you understand the logistics of jacking up a house and the pressure of it, and just know like what a 10-ton jack looks like and weighs. It weighs 90 pounds itself. It's solid metal. It holds up the house. And so to get smashed in the head with that, with the pressure of the house, is kind of crazy. And my head should have exploded on impact. I'm not going to lie. And somehow I got a really hard head right there, right over my eyes. So yeah, I'll definitely have that forever. It definitely lumped me up pretty good, that's for sure. But whatever. And so yeah, my reading comprehension has still been really bad. And but I've done all kinds of cognitive therapy, and I say this show right here is the reason why I'm doing so well. I promise you, it's like doing cognitive therapy every day, and I wouldn't be in the place I am if it wasn't for doing this show. I started doing the show basically as an exercise. Last May 31st? It's been over a year now. I've been doing the show, and we do 2 shows a day. And those of you just tuned in, greatly appreciate it. And we do this show every night, 8 p.m. now. We used to do it at 9 p.m. During the wintertime, we'll do it at 8 p.m. like this, Sunday through Thursday evening. And then we do a 7 a.m. pre-market show Monday through Friday. So we'll be on at 7 a.m. tomorrow. We'll go right through the market again, pick out what's going on, what's popping, what's happening, and get you all set up for the day. So here we go. Let's cruise through the rest of these. And we'll hop off here, and then you guys can enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening. I don't know if the football game just went to a quarter. I'm not sure. I'll let you guys know when I see it. But anyway, here we go and see what else we're looking at. Oh, yeah, they're still playing right now. And it is, I thought they had the score up. Never mind. Like I said, the Vikings and Falcons are playing. It's still 6-0. The Falcons and the second quarter just started. There you go. That's what was going on. So second quarter just started. So yeah, we'll finish up and everyone can go enjoy that. Here we go. Let me see what else is going on here. And oh yeah, laptop travel tomorrow, guys. The small cap show at 1:00. We do that every Monday at 1. And laptop travel will be joining us. So that'll be a lot of fun right there. So laptop travel joining us for the small cap show. Looking forward to that laptop travel. That'll be exciting. And let's see, Discord overnight watch list. Stocks outstandingly well on Friday, the 12th right there. HUIZ was up 188%. And then that HCWB was up like 154%, and OPI. So yeah, we laptop travel always crushing it at that 4 a.m. And like I say, our Discord's crazy, guys. I put the night note. There's always the things just run. I put them in there and they just run for you. They're easy setups, and that's what I've been saying. I'll just stick to the easy setups because that's what I'm good at. Laptop travel is great at the 4 a.m. and seeing the momentum plays for you. That's what he gives you. Ben's great at what he does. He gives you a lot of great information. His morning note, Godfather, he's just great at doing a lot of due diligence. He has his fundamentals down like the back of his hand. It's crazy how much that dude knows about the market and how well he knows it about every company. So he does his thing, and Kyle's really good, guys. I like to follow Kyle. He has some great picks. So there you go. And then obviously Luis Rodriguez posts some great option plays on my page. Laptop Travel has his own page. We all just get together. We do our thing in the Discord, and it's pretty much a no-lose right there. You're never going to be perfect, but I'll tell you what. There was people, I think, making 7-figure days the other day, last week, on UNH options and other plays that we had in there. I'm not even kidding. So it is crazy, guys. There's definitely people making a ton of money. I know we were. So, and we're going to continue to, like I said, we're going to just make everyone's accounts just continue to grow. That's the idea in there, and we will do it. So here we go, laptop travel. Let's see what else is going on right here. Joseph Levy has a question. Let's see what it is. Definitely want to start into options. Obviously, you need to learn more about them before you pull the trigger. You plan to do a live chats. Joseph Levy, go on my X account, right? And the thing that's actually pinned, I think that's what it's called. It's pinned right at the very top. It's the one that's pinned. Is the it's the link for my options video. And again, I'm self-taught. I no financial background on how to do it, but I show you exactly what I do, my strategy, and you can check it out and go from there. That's a good starting point. I'll be honest with you. I explain it pretty well and try to dummy it down because, again, I taught myself how to do it. It's been, just coming up on a year right now. I started doing it last year right around this time, and then I just crushed the market. It was wild, guys, what I was doing with options, and still do. It's crazy right now. I mean, they're all running. It's crazy. So, yeah, Joseph Levy, just hop on there, check out that video, and then if you have any other questions, let us know, and we'll steer you in the right direction. You know that. So there you go. And let's see right here, ready to get a ride from either Hertz or Grab in a TM vehicle and a Toyota motor. There you go. Good little settings there for some good ones that are getting ready to run. HTZ, we already looked at that. It was looking good. We did not look at Grab. Grab Holdings right here is looking pretty good on that momentum. Saw that. That could be a nice momentum play in the morning. And, of course, Toyota vehicles, Toyota Motor. And that thing's getting set back up. Luis Rodriguez, let us know when that bottoms out because you're the Toyota Motor master right there. And I'll let you do your thing with that one. That's for sure. So there you go. And Uber owns 57% of Grab. And TM, a Toyota Motor, also owns Grab. So there you go. That's interesting. We were talking about that ton coin or whatever it is, ton TON coin right there. And TONX, like I said, we'll see if that gets bottomed out this week. And that's going to be a great opportunity way down here. So I'll be keeping an eye on that one. I'll let you guys know when that one's ready to rock and roll. We were talking about the Yankees game. And IREN, this has been running up here and running up some more. Looks like it wants to run up a little bit more in the morning for some momentum. So keep an eye on that one. And Cypher's been running as well. And we've been watching this one and mentioning it for a little while now. And there you go with Cypher. And that looks like it could keep that momentum. And BTCT right there, I would say, is looking pretty good. So you might want to keep an eye on that one. We went over it. And the markets could start moving down until Powell speaks this week. But Michael Anthony has a feeling that Powell won't do anything. And I have a feeling he might see a little pullback tomorrow as well, just going off of what crypto's doing today and just the way they look, and the markets are flat. So I can't disagree, Michael Anthony. And then Powell's going to have to do the rates and cut them 0.25. We already established that. And you can see it actually just curled up a little bit. We already know it's a 0.25 cut. There's no doubt about it. And it could be already factored in for the most part, but still, the markets want to hear that he's cutting the rates and that he's going to do it again. So, and Joseph Levy said his pal might raise him by 0.25. That would be interesting, Joseph Levy. I don't know if Powell would make it out of that conference if he tried to raise him by 0.25, but lower him, yeah, I see that you were sorry. And but yeah, no, I agree. I definitely think he's going to be lower than 0.25 right there, according to our poly market, which we love to look at these charts, and you can see it pretty well. And that is Wednesday. So, yeah, you could be hanging out for a couple 2 days here, and we will catch the poppers going up. Trump saying tonight that prices has dropped, but he is crazy because I hear people all the time at stores still talk about high price. I won't say that they definitely dropped, Michael Anthony. I think prices are outrageous. I've been saying that. Inflation, he needs to get it under control. It's astronomical right now. It's ridiculous. You can't go anywhere and not spend. I mean, it was bad before. It just keeps going. It's just crazy, guys. It's literally crazy. And the companies just keep raising prices. And that's the interesting thing. Are tariffs really making the prices up, or are these companies just seeing an opportunity to really just jack up the prices and use tariffs as a little hey, it's tariffs doing it, but yet we're making crazy profits? Because these companies aren't making less profits, let's put it that way. They're all continuing to go up. And so, yeah, interesting, Michael Anthony, but I definitely agree. The prices are definitely not coming down. We looked at Tilray and the cannabis industry right there, and let's see what's going on. And we did look at that gout. And Minnesota, I thought, was going to score a touchdown, but he threw the ball away because he had to. And let's see, GALT. We'll look at that one again. It looks like it could spike up there in the morning, Joseph. Be careful with that bad boy. And let's see. Laptop travel, Doug. Great idea from Joseph Levy. Do one. Yeah, we can do that Friday or Saturday and talk about options. We can definitely do something like that, Joseph Levy, if them guys want to do it. But just start off, go on my X page, like I said, and the thing that's pinned is at the top of the page is the link for my options video, and that's just the what I do. So you can check that out. And all 4 U's right here. What is it doing? You Energy Fuels or something like that. Energy Fuels, that's what it is. And that is kind of pulling back. Let me see what this is up to here. Let me get another U in there. Yeah, that might have it probably wants to bounce off, but it could pull back and then pull itself back up. I'd have to look at that one in the morning. Luis Rodriguez, interesting look. Paramount and WBD, which is Warner Brothers, they proposed a merger And it's backed by Larry Ellison from Oracle. Wow, that's pretty interesting right there. And so that's why all them companies are just jumping around like crazy. Futures was green a little, but has gone red now since talking about Asian markets. Michael Anthony had said, I know they were flat. How about your TerraWolf right here, WULF? Yeah, it was cruising along, not looking bad. It's in the top. Be careful because it's up there, but you could have a quick little spike up. Oracle could drop back under the 250. And let's see. Yeah, it definitely could, Michael Anthony. I won't disagree with that. You could come back under there, and it did go crazy. That's for sure. I guess Larry Ellison ain't going to be the richest guy in the world again because it's pulling back right there. But for a moment there, he was the richest man in the world. He overtook Elon there for a brief moment, but it's pulling back, so he might have lost some value. But anyway, that would be pulling back. Kroger right here, KR, and keep going higher for days since earnings beat to also raise outlook that people that shop at Kroger to buy food to cook at home won't stop shopping at Kroger or ACI. You like good old Kroger, huh? It does look good right there, I must say. You were mentioning it the other day, and I was saying it was getting ready. It had to set up still. And this is that Albertson Company's another grocery store, and that's looking a little better. So we will jot them down. ACI and KR is Kroger, right? Yeah, KR right there. So we'll keep an eye on them. They are looking pretty good now, Michael Anthony. And let's see that Galt we looked at there. Did you hear that, Joseph Levy? Like I said, check that out in the morning. It could jump up a little bit higher. And the Vikings kicked the field goal. They were right there on like in the red zone, and they couldn't pull the trigger. So it's 6-3 now. And anyway, that is what's going on in the football game between the Falcons and the Vikings. And here, we're just going through the list and seeing what you guys want to see, and then we'll hop off in a few minutes. Buru right here, good old Nubaru. What are they up to at the moment? And this is Nubaru. Wasn't that on your list, Laptop Travel, possibly? No, you had NDRA. I was confusing it with that one. But Buru right here, good old Nubaru. That's not looking bad at the moment, Joseph. So, yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. And Oracle, Laptop Travel disagrees right there. So you're going to see the second wave of AIs. Yeah, I just think it could pull back for a brief moment right there on this pullback. As you can see, it was dipping down right there, and you could see a little more pullback in the next 2 days. So whether it gets down that far, it could just come down into like the 270s, 260s. We'll see what it wants to do, but you could have a little bit of pullback right there, and you can see the chart wants to kind of retest itself. So we'll see what's going on with that. But Oracle will be popping back up, and AI is good. Like I said, guys, there's a bubble. I said it like a month or two ago, and look what's going on. And let's see right here. That check is way up there. That CHEK. And we were talking about that. And check it out right there. We were already talking about that guy, CHEK. And AI has been around since the 80s. And that people are sick of. CNBC pump of all the AI stories are mostly just pumps. I mean, of course, everybody's talked about artificial intelligence, Michael Anthony, but it's definitely not been around since the 80s like it is now. I mean, you basically can run any job off of it right now. You could never do anything like that before. So I have to disagree. Yeah, it might have been around. It's always been some kind of artificial intelligence being made and trying to be produced or trying to help out with society or make it better. But now you're seeing the real AI, the real deal. And that's why you're seeing this bubble right here, because it is. It's replacing jobs. I mean, every single day, it's just replacing everything. And autocorrect, speaking of that, holy cow. It drives me insane. Could they fix goddamn autocorrect some point? It is so bad. Like literally, I have to go through every message and reread it now. It just changes all the words. Like I type it in right, and unless I click on the word at the bottom, it'll literally change the words after I got done typing like a sentence. I've noticed it. I've seen it do it. I'm like, what the F is going? It'll change the word back to like BSCK. I'm like, What is going on right now? It just spells words randomly wrong for no reason. It's the most bizarre thing ever. Yeah, can we get that shit fixed, Apple? Your autocorrect is just horrendous. It drives me insane. And AND, it says SND. I mean, just everything is just a different letter. It drives me nuts. And so yeah, damn autocorrect laptop travel. Couldn't even type in CHEK because it kept making it CHC. It's a regular check CHECK. If I could spell it, I would tell you. But anyway, CHEK running up there like 200% overnight there. So be watching that one in the morning. And BIAF is Bioaffinity Technologies, and that looks pretty good to continue up. Looks like it was spiking up there in the after hours, as a matter of fact, and it sure does. So that's another one to keep an eye on. BIAF, and let's see what's going on. Let's see. Organic means the animals and farmers are allowed to pee and poop on your food, but no pesticides or chemicals. So there you go. That's what organic is supposed to mean. And of course, I can't imagine them companies, they never use pesticides that say organic. That's why I was saying whatever it means, because again, it's just like, what the hell? Who the hell knows what we're eating? And our food system is just terrible anyway. So you pay like $1 million more for some organic shit, and it barely even does anything. Is it even healthier? Who the hell knows? Like I said, our food system is just terrible. And anyway, our body can't break down high fructose corn syrup as fast as we put it into our body. You're not kidding. We can't even break it down at all. It's like cracking our system, Joseph Levy. And I was saying, quit soda because it's really bad for you. And so there you go. And let's see. I guess. Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. Joseph Levy, sounds like you have a TBI. So you got stuck in a mortar attack in Iraq. God bless you, brother. I'm glad you're okay for that one, and thanks for serving our country. And glad you're all right and still with us, because yeah, that could definitely have gone really, really bad. So you definitely understand. And I'll be honest with you, it's crazy. I've seen more neurologists and doctors than you can imagine. And every question always is, was I in the military? So yeah, military people, personnel, is the ones that actually see the real action, guys. And not that everybody's not important, but the guys that are in there and really doing action, yeah, they tend to get TBIs pretty often, just because of all the explosions and stuff going on. It doesn't take much to get your head rocked. And so yeah, it definitely happens, and you end up with like all kinds of like weird things, sensory issues and things of that nature. But anyway, Kramer, very nice reader and super nice. So laptop travel, like I said, he's reading laptop travels newsletter, trying to get some ideas. And let's see what's going on. Joseph Levy said, "Yeah, the 20, yeah, I have a couple of them bad boys, a 25-ton bottle jack, and they're just like little guys. Can you imagine a 10-ton big ass jack like that coming down, smacking you in the head with the pressure of a house? Pretty wild." And Doge Mama 9 said she has the laptop travel newsletter sent to her work email, and it's got so much info for pennies on the day, and she wouldn't miss. I wouldn't miss it for anyone. Still not subscribed. Try it, you'll like it. So big praise from Doge Mama 9 for the laptop travel newsletter, and I agree, it is a great newsletter, and it's not expensive at all, guys. It's well worth it, let's put it that way. And there you go. So let's see what else is going on. And Joseph Levy is a CNR fan, so there you go. And thank you for hanging out with us this evening. And let's see, in Doge Mama 9, she doesn't miss any shows. She's always here. And she said she wouldn't miss it for anything. And let's see what else is going on. Yankees are still 3-6, beginning of the 7th, but I'm not sure that was at 9, so that was a little bit ago. So I'm sure they're at top of the 7th, you were saying. So it's probably coming closer to the end of the game right there. And let's see what's going on here. Why not Google, which our Congress are buying? Congress is buying up Google, and Google doesn't look bad. We've liked it. It's just up at the top at the moment. So we just got to see if it wants to pull back a little bit, but we did like Google running up. And let's see what else is all happening. So yeah, check that out, Joseph Levy, and anybody else interested in options. Again, it's just a good beginning start, and I taught myself how to do it. Did really well, and so I made a video. It's pinned on my X account, so if you want to check it out, it's on YouTube, but it's easy to get to because it's pinned on my X account. So you can just go over there and click on the link, and it'll take you right to it. And there you are. And Doge Mama 9 will definitely be checking out the in the Discord laptop travels list. And AAL, good old American Airlines right here. Let's see what that's up to. It's been trying to set up. I'm not going to lie, Michael Anthony. Just hasn't been ready yet. So we'll keep an eye on that. And let's see what's going on. Oh, cool. Joseph Levy already pulled up the video right there. And you going to pay a dividend. So we were just looking at it, and I said it was kind of hard to tell. I'm not sure, but they might. I don't know if they're paying a dividend. It doesn't say anything right there. So I am not exactly sure about that. That's not something I even know, Michael Anthony. They don't look like they pay them out yet, but maybe they will. And let's see what's going on. And Laptop Travel was saying that just the three of us have different approaches to options. That is for sure. That's why I'm telling you guys it's a good start with my video. It just gives you an idea. And we'll definitely do a live show with me, Luis Rodriguez, and Laptop Travel. We'll discuss some options, and maybe we can do it like a Friday night or a Saturday night special there, and that would be a good time. 4 to 6. The Yankees are trying to catch up there. Keep us posted, Joseph Levy. And Rich Tech Robotics, we did look at that one, Zach, but let's look at it again right here. It's not looking bad. It was running up, and it looks like it's in a pretty good spot. It's hitting that top area. Might have a little bit of pullback, but it's not looking bad. I have to say, it's just hard to tell, but you can tell it wants to get right over that 335 and bounce. So that's what it looks like at the moment there, Zach. And let's see what else is going on. Oh, wow. You were it was more than one time. Joseph Levy had a couple rotations in Iraq back there. So back in 2004, God bless you, dude. That's some hardcore stuff for sure. And let's see. And Zach never misses a show, and excited for the Laptop Travel to be on a small cap show live tomorrow. So that'll be fun. And thank you, Zach, for always hanging out. Of course, everybody greatly appreciate it. We do have a lot of fun on the show, and I will have Laptop Travel and Luis Rodriguez hop on and join me some days, and they can break down a couple charts here and there, and we'll have a little more fun with that. So we'll do that in the future and some other things. And let me take a look over here, because DIPAC over there, DIIPAKJV, it's DPAC. You actually told me how to pronounce your name. It's not it's DPAC. Thank you so much. So I was saying it wrong. I can't pronounce anything. Anyway, I will remember. It's DPAC RXRX. We're definitely going to check it out for you there, DPAC, and we'll see what's going on. I'm just seeing if there was anything else going on over there. So let's take a look at our RXRX and see what they're up to at the moment. Right off of Rich Tech Robotics, we'll go RXRX. If I type it in, there we go with Recursion Pharmaceuticals or something like that. And let's look at it. It looks like could be just getting set up. It looks like it's going to pull back a little bit more at the moment. Let me see. RXRX right here. Yeah, it does. I mean, it looks like it's going to try to pull back a little more or stay in this channel, but it doesn't look like it's exactly ready yet. Well, I'll look at it tomorrow morning. I'll jot it down right here, right next to our GALT, because I'll look at that one for Joseph over there, and we'll see what that's doing. But yeah, RXRX. I will definitely take a look. It's got that resistance right there. We just have to kind of see, and you can see how flat it is. So it's not really giving me that excellent look. It wants to get set up. I just can't tell you if it's going to try to, which way it's really going to move tomorrow at the moment. So apologize for that one that I can't exactly tell. And let's see what else is going on. What did I do? Going all the way down there. But anyway, there you go with that one. And let me see what else is happening over here. Oh, that one was over there. That was DPAC. That's why. And let me see. I think we got to everything right there. And it's still 6-3, but that's about to change because it looks like the Falcons just scored a touchdown. So I think it was a pick six, as a matter of fact. I believe it was a pick six going. Yeah. I don't know if he's not going to be called down. He landed. Oh, wow. No, he landed on the dude. Oh, that's an interesting play. Nah, he's out of bounds. He's definitely out. Are you kidding? Nah, that's not a pick six, but it is a pick. It's an interesting, good play there. But yeah, the score should still be the same. They're definitely reviewing that anyway. If they called it a touchdown, but yeah, it looks like he actually intercepted the ball. He bounced off of the Vikings receiver, so his knees or elbows never touched the ground, and then he just like rolled almost out of bounds. Yeah, his legs came completely out of bounds. He landed out on his knees. He got up and ran into the end zone. It's not a pick six, but it's definitely a pick right there. But anyway, there you go. And or maybe not. Is it incomplete? They're still playing. Atlanta still, I don't know. No, Atlanta still has the ball. I guess it's not even a pick. I don't know what the hell happened. It looked like a pick to me. I was just looking at him catch the ball. Maybe it hit the ground or something. I have no idea what happened. Anyway, it's 6-3. Atlanta's beating Minnesota at the moment. So, or maybe what? Yeah, it was a pick, and Atlanta has the ball. I'm confusing myself by looking back and forth. Anyway, that's the game, and if I was paying attention, I might be able to do a little better play-by-play for us. But RX, we'll take a look at that, and let's see. Something's going on in the cannabis sector. Stocks and ETFs moving upward overnight, and there you go from Laptop Travel. So we'll definitely be keeping an eye on them, and we'll look at them in the morning. We'll look at some cannabis sector ones, MSOS and Tilray and all them. So I actually will put out my high on Wall Street. I did it on what company was it that I did it on? Holy cow! How'd I forget what company? Hold on a second. Labs. What the heck's it? Cresco Labs. That's what it's called. Cresco Labs right here. CRLBF. It's been up like a lot and it's pulling back at the moment. It looks like Cresco Labs might continue to pull back a little, but Tilray and Canopy Growth and some of these big ones, they have been running up and setting up. So I'm not surprised right there. Eagles did beat the Chiefs. That was a good game. And that was a replay of last year's Super Bowl, and the Eagles won that as well. So the Chiefs are 0-2, and the Eagles are 2-0 right now. So there you go with that NFL news. And there you go, everybody. I would say that's a pretty good market review on a Sunday evening. If you didn't catch the ETF show, you can catch that. I did it right before we hopped on here, so you can go back and check that out. And I think we got to everything. Again, Spaces is tomorrow at 1 p.m. Laptop Travel will be joining us, and I'll be posting the night note in the Discord for everybody. So be sure to check that out, you Discorders, and everything else. And then 4 a.m. Warriors will be up with Laptop Travel, crushing it right there. Look at the setups, hit some of them, and we'll just go through the market and rip right through everything. Let me take a look and see what's going on here, over here. Stocks hold near record as focus turns to Fed meet. And what is involution? China's race to the bottom competition trend. Stock futures are a little changed after record NASDAQ close. Investors await the Fed meeting and why Wall Street is saying what Wall Street is saying about the next about the Fed's next rate decision. I can't read, guys. Why the Fed's first rate cut in 9 months could derail the stock market rally and how investors can prepare. So there you go, everybody. And that's what we're looking at right now. One Solana gets you 365,000 coins of ETF 500. And that is a good deal right there because, like I said, great community, great group of people working on it right now. We're going to try to get that bad boy running up. No guarantees in life, but we definitely have a great group of people trying to make that thing run back up there. And if it does, we will all be pretty happy. I could say that. So there you go with that opportunity. And there you go with the rest of the market right here. Let's just see if we see anything happening over on here. It's probably everything we already looked at open. And there's your Warner Brothers. ATCH, this was running up a penny stock. That was cruising along right there. And there's your Tesla bull right there. That NXTT obviously down. Told the story if you didn't listen. What was it? Was it Thursday? Was it Thursday night? I forget what day it was. What night was it? Was it Thursday night? I tell the story of next, or was it Wednesday? I don't remember, guys, but whatever night. Go back and check that out. NXTT. It was Thursday night. It definitely was. And because then Friday they did the pullback. go back. It's a great trading lesson. So Thursday night show. If you didn't check it out, I go through that trade and our BITF YAAS. This was trying to get curled up, not looking bad, and the big bear right there trying to get set back up. So we'll be keeping our eye on the old big bear RGTI and that area right here. AIRE was running up, and Wolf right here, Wolf Speed trying to run back up. That's a semiconductor. There's your Snapchat. Talked about that one. And GSIW, that Garden State, that was Garden Stage, that was run up. Pfizer pulling back right there. And let's just take a quick look and see what's going on over here. AE right there was spiking up. COCP, and there's that HUIZ and UOKA. Remember this one? We had looked at this for a while. Real estate one or something, lodging in the UK. And there's your VSTD. That one was jumping up. And there's CNET right there. IHT not looking too bad. And there's their check, CHEK. B Hat right there, Blue Hat Interactive. And there's that MAYA. Remember, I said it was looking pretty good. It did jump up there. It is like an ETF or something, a shell company. That's what it is. And that is what we're looking at the moment. Let me see if anything else grabs my attention. They're doing dabs down here. That's pretty wild. We'll keep an eye on good old dabs. But there you are. And BMNR is looking really good. And that is an Ethereum treasury one. And that looks super nice. And like I said, they look like they want to explode, but you're having a little bit of pullback on crypto. We did crypto at the very beginning of the show, so if you missed it, you can go back and check out the replay and listen to the beginning. We actually did crypto at the very beginning, changed it up a little bit, and there you are, everybody. I'd say that's a pretty fun Sunday evening. Good market review there. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. There's that EPIX still dipping down there. Like I said, a big old fish hook. And so, yeah, be sure to hit the like button, everybody, on the way out. That's for sure. Laptop Travel. And thank you to you, Luis Rodriguez, and Zach, and Michael Anthony, of course, Joseph Levy, and Doge Mama 9, and Robin, and everybody else that's hanging out and tuning in and chiming in. I greatly appreciate it. We all love it. It's a great show. We have a lot of fun doing it. So thank you, everybody. You have a good night, Joseph, and get some rest. Enjoy the rest of the game at 6-3. Atlanta's beating Minnesota. It's in the second quarter, 2 minutes, under 2 minutes, a minute 56. So you catch the end of this first half and then catch the entire second half. And get ready for this week because it could be a crazy one, that's for sure. And be sure to hit us up, Joseph Levy. And like I said, we'll even get together. I'll talk to Laptop Travel and Luis Rodriguez. We'll pick a time in a day and we'll hop on and we can go over some options plays and things of that nature as well. And you can ask questions and all that good stuff. So there you go, everybody. We'll make it a little even more interactive for you guys, and we'll all learn together. How about that? Because again, we do all learn differently and have different strategies. We see different things, and that's why I tell you, I realize I'll just stick to what I'm really good at. That's the setups. Laptop Travel is great at looking at these momentum plays and other things, so let them pick them out. Luis Rodriguez has a great eye for options, guys. So when you put it all together, you have just unbelievable picks nonstop across the board. It's crazy. So you let people do what they're really good at, and then you just thrive off of that, and we're all doing great. So that's why the Discord's been incredible right now. And then you still have Ben and Godfather and Kyle. So yeah, it's loaded in there, guys. All kinds of crazy picks, 100%ers, 1000%ers, everything going on, everything popping and happening. So there you are. Any questions about the Discord, hit me up. And any questions about anything, be sure to just shoot me a message on X. I respond to everybody. So thank you, everyone, for hanging out. We do the show Sunday nights through Thursday nights at 8 p.m. And then we'll be on at 7 a.m. tomorrow. And we do that show Monday through Fridays for the pre-markets. So be sure to like the show, follow along on X, YouTube, Instagram, and all that good stuff. And until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., enjoy the rest of the night. Get ready for a wild week as we see the rates get cut by the Fed on Wednesday, and the market should be getting fired up really, really soon. Even if it doesn't happen immediately, guys, it's just going to, you can already see everything setting up right there. And we've been talking about it. So a little bit of pullback, maybe even tomorrow. So there you go, everyone. And we'll be on early and we'll see what's going on. And we'll be up at 4 a.m. for the 4 a.m. Warriors crushing the market. So Thank you again for tuning in. Have a great night, everybody. And all information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only, not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. I will see you guys at 7 a.m. Have a good night, and I'll see you guys in the morning.